Hello Gemini and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your mid-month reading for the second half of November. So we've got a little bit of Scorpio season, just finishing that off and then moving into Sagittarius season. We've got detach from drama. Okay, take charge of the situation and health and healing coming through. So I do feel like it's going to be very healing for you and the other people involved in the situation if you can do this. Like it may be that you just need to remove yourself from a situation or just take charge of a situation in some way. I feel like enough is enough. It's gone too far. You don't need to be involved with that energy anymore in some way. So if there's some way that you can like resolve the situation in some way, take charge and do that. Or if you feel like, oh, okay, this is not going to happen, I just need to detach, get my energy out of there, clean, clear, purify my energy, health and healing's wanting to come through for you. So I feel like either way, it's kind of like clearing the space around a situation in your life. And it is saying definitely you can boss up and sort it out in some way. I feel like it's like you need to kind of do what's best for you, protect yourself, and if you're able at the same time to be able to make it better for other people or protect somebody else or look after somebody else in the way, that's great. And if you can't, then it's like get out of there. Get out of that situation in some way, shape or form, or that energy, at least detach from the energy. So we've got as what sort of themes or situations this may be around. We've got the Four of Shells, soul searching and reevaluation. So the Four of Shells comes in, it's the Four of Cups. It comes in when something's just not feeling right. There could be some very stale, murky emotions and feelings going on. It can be even feeling really restless or bored or disillusioned. It usually occurs when you're ready to kind of either move to the next level and you're searching for something deeper, or it's just like you've got into such a comfort zone with something that it's become murky and uncomfortable. So just, it's really like look at those areas of your life where you're feeling bored, restless, uncomfortable, just isn't feeling great. And there could be a little bit of soul searching going on around that. Now, what's changing? The Star card, beautiful. This is what's changing. This is the Aquarius energy coming in. Love it. Saturn, Uranus, seeing things from a very, very different perspective, which is really great. It's kind of reworking some boundaries if boundaries have not been clear in a situation. This is the opposite of the Four of Shells, this Star card. It's feeling very hopeful. It's feeling very like I'm being guided. It's feeling very much like I'm seeing a future that I want to see. It's different from being in this funky energy of the Four of Shells. So I feel like, it's like chalk and cheese. It could feel like some kind of like emotional breakthrough or feeling just so much better about a situation, or just feeling like, okay, I can breathe again in some way, which is actually really nice. So the Star card strangely is just feeling so much. It can be wishes coming true, but it just feels like it's wants you to kind of lift you up and out from this energy, the soul searching reevaluation energy, and connect to that star energy. So wow, something could be feeling a situation could be feeling very, very differently here. So let's see what this is around. Let's pull some more cards for you, Gemini. And Gemini, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you fuller picture, more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Gemini. Just take what feels right, leave the rest, trust your intuition as you always do. There's no extended readings for the mid-months. They are in the monthlies only at this moment in time. And the Hierophant, looking at some big commitments in your life coming through, wanting to get yourself in a better position with, what it is that you've committed to here, because it might not be feeling so great. But, some thinking, some changing pivots, evaluation, a lot of evaluation going on. You've got 3 sevens here, all evaluating energies. The Three of Wands. If you're interested in any, I was going to say the Knight of Wands. If you're interested in any of my services, healings, readings, the link for that is in the description box below. Wheel of Fortune coming through, the energy surrounding you. Nice. Something's ready to expand and grow. Fate is stepping in. Okay, we've got this Four of Cups coming through. Okay. Oh, but there's something new energy. Ace of Wands, breakthroughs. Going to require a little bit of effort to get there, but Ace of Swords, look at all this coming through. And then it's like breaking through. Can I break through? Yes, here comes the new opportunity, feeling excited about it. I'm just unearthing, uncovering. I have to move past some old energies, and then I'm ready to follow the dream, follow my heart, and let go of that old energy. So, yeah, the Lovers card, I love it. The Gemini card coming out. Gosh, it's quite the story here, but I feel like it's almost like a wound is being released, and it's like it all comes out, and then it allows you to kind of really see things from a very different, fresh perspective. There's new energy coming in here, but big choices to be made with the Lovers card. The sun is shining on it. Something might not seem clear at this moment in time, but when we look at the star or the sun with the Lovers card, the sun is up there. The clarity's there in spirit. So there's breakthroughs that can occur with this. So let's look at the situation, the Hierophant. Okay, this is the commitment that's come through. That is now there's a big evaluation coming in. Why did I agree to it? Is this what I was expecting? Is this what I want to continue to do? Do I want to break free of this? I mean, are we going to just do this the same way that's always been done, or are we going to think outside the box here? What's going on here with this thing that you've committed to with the Hierophant? Okay, crossed by the Seven of Wands, so it might feel like, been trying, there's something that you've kind of committed to in your life. You've been trying to get it into a better position and it just hasn't been working. So it feels a little bit like you've been pushing. Perhaps it's also feeling a little bit like somebody has been, there's sometimes, it's a little bit with this Seven of Wands, like somebody's been trying to protect somebody else, but in doing so, it feels stifling. It almost feels like, when it's like parents try to protect their children from not getting hurt, but in the meantime, they're not giving them any freedom to experience things and to learn how to not get hurt. It'd be like saying you could never learn to ride a bike because you could fall off. And it's like, but then you never learn to ride the bike and never learn how to not fall off. So it feels a little bit like that, Gemini. There's a situation here where somebody has been, perhaps with the best of intentions, being overly protective, and maybe this is you protecting something within you, but it just feels like, okay, this is where it's feeling like you're kind of wanting to, it's comfortable to be in this protected space, but at the same time, it's going to start feeling more and less comfortable if you remain in that place. So in your conscious mind, I think you're aware of this, absolutely, 100%, because you've got the Seven of Pentacles in your conscious mind, which is understanding that there's a need for growth. There's a need for something to grow and shift, maybe change direction in some way. But it's like, how do I pivot or make that adjustment, or how do I bring in that growth? Because at the moment, it feels like it's not getting in a better position, no matter how much I try. So I think that's what's in your conscious mind. I like the fact the star card's there. It's guiding you towards this. It might be this general sense of, I can't see how this is going to happen, but I'm feeling like I'm being guided somehow. So interesting. At the base, we've got the Seven of Cups. Again, it's this sense, like with this and the Lovers card, you can see between these two people here, there's this cloud. It's a sense of something's not clear between you. And then we've also got the Seven of Cups. There's also this cloud. The picture's still forming. So you're looking at new options, looking at new choices that are coming in with the Lovers card. Choice, new options, but the choices are not necessarily clear, or the picture's still forming. So that's why it's kind of like you haven't quite seen. It's kind of interesting because it's like the star is guiding you through the fog. It's this sense of, I'm feeling guided, but it's still not clear. So, yeah, interesting. In the recent past, we've got the Three of Wands. This is, you've done things, you've tried things, you put things out there, you're waiting for some good results to come back in, and it's kind of like waiting. Nothing's kind of happened yet. So it feels, a little bit of, there's been a bit of a waiting game to the point where it's like, do I have to make some kind of adjustment here? Because it's not necessarily, it feels a bit stagnant. It feels like, that's the energy that as something in your life that you've committed to, as just kind of the Hierophant's the card of marriage as well, like long-term relationships. So, but it doesn't have to only solely be that. But in charges Sagittarius with the Knight of Wands, in comes the winds of positive change. So moving into Sagittarius season, this is actually your opposite sign, Gemini. So it's kind of interesting whenever you're working with your opposite sign energy. It takes you a little bit outside your normal ways of being. It challenges you to find the balance between what that opposition means. The Sagittarius energy is, this is positive change coming in with the Knight of Wands. So this is really, really fantastic, but it is encouraging you to take action. And it's like, well, I've had a big think, things aren't necessarily clear, but it is a matter of faith and trust, because I feel like I'm being very strongly divinely guided. Perhaps I'm being shown a bigger picture, a future or a bigger picture energy, but I don't know all the details yet. And so it's a matter of faith. But it's kind of encouraging me that to learn more about the situation, I almost need to jump into it, or I need to experience a shift and a change. I need to experience something differently. So, and that's where we're seeing the balance here. Whenever you're kind of working with your opposite sign energy coming through, they kind of can present challenges because it's trying to find that balance. But if you can meet the challenge, then you get the gifts. And that's where we're seeing with the Star card, the gifts are there, the blessings are there coming through. And this could feel like a breakthrough around that new moon in the Sagittarius on the 24th. So you're presenting as the Five of Pentacles, which is where, it feels like something's really lacking, or you're worried about something, like either worried about money or resources or rejection, feeling a bit rejected, or that something's not working out. It just is feeling like, something's not resonating or something's not working with this Five of Pentacles, and there could be a little bit of worry about that. But interestingly, the energy surrounding you got the Wheel of Fortune. This is where things can change. There is change around. Opportunity for change is here. But the Wheel of Fortune is also Jupiter. It does want to expand things, and Jupiter does rule Sagittarius. So it does want to kind of come in and bring this sense of optimism, leaping into the future, feeling so much better. It's just about making sure it's not some kind of grandiose dream or vision that is not based in reality, as well as something that's coming through with this. But I feel like it's moving forward really nicely. The Wheel of Fortune, there's fated things coming through, and it's wanting to expand something in your world. And so that's why if you're feeling, they're kind of saying, if you're feeling like the Four of Cups, which is feeling a bit disillusioned or soul-searching or something's lacking, sometimes Jupiter can come in and expand that feeling as well. So, but we are seeing a positive shift and change with the Knight of Wands, which is really great. We've got energy, hopes and fears, the World card. It's kind of like, is it over yet? Can I just kind of move on from this energy? It's wanting to complete something and move on to the next stage. So it really is, where this big sense of where is this something going next, and can I at least kind of get past this funky energy? But we are seeing that here with the Four of Cups and the Ace of Wands. The Four of Cups is that like energy where something's just not feeling great. Even though the Knight of Wands has turned up. So the Knight of Wands is where potentially there's something new, spontaneous, or someone new and fun and spontaneous comes in. But it's almost like it's like dangling a carrot in front of you and going, do you want this? And there's a part of you that's going, not sure about what's on offer here. This feels like it could be a positive change, but it might all feel a little bit too soon, too fast. I don't know how long term this is. I don't know. There's not enough of the picture to trust it just yet. But this Ace of Wands, I think, eventually does say yes. It's kind of like, but I think I'm going to say yes to it because, the Four of Cups is feeling I'm bored or restless, or that energy. I'm looking for something. So I feel like it's like, yes, okay, yes, I'm going to say yes to this opportunity for change that's being presented here. And it takes you out of the ordinary. It really does. So Something extraordinary could happen with this, but I do feel there's a little bit of resistance and hesitancy on your part. But we do have the Chariot card and the Ace of Swords, which is a little bit of a challenge to be getting it clear inside your head that you are actually saying yes to this and you're cutting ties with that old energy and you're stepping into it. This could be some sort of new contractual agreement that comes through here, or like I really have to become clear about what it is I'm saying yes to here and what I'm agreeing to, because I've got the motivation. Like I want to say yes, but I have to know. And so the Ace of Swords is there's a bit of a struggle to kind of get that clarity that could come through with that. But I do feel like that's something that you're working on. The Four of Pentacles, this is kind of like, well, yeah, I'm still holding on to that comfort zone for fear of, what are you holding on to for fear of letting go? There is this opportunity in front of you here with the Page of Pentacles that could, feel this is like the opportunity to plant this new seed and maybe take something in a new direction in your life that can bring the growth. But there's a part of you that says, well, I'm still struggling with the fact that something's still not entirely clear. So again, it's this challenge of not having the details necessarily in front of you and having to trust it. So it's kind of like somebody gives you a contract and says, oh, we haven't put all the fine print in yet, but we want you to sign it before we've done that. And you're like, that doesn't necessarily feel great. So I'm not sure about that. So that makes a lot of sense, really. Like I do feel like if there's opportunities being presented to you, you're going to want to have a clear, a pretty good look at what they actually mean. And that might be part of what this is it maybe you really want to look before you leap into something because there's big choice ahead. We got the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups. It's like, but again, it's like what from the past is holding you back, what previous wounds, where have you been hurt from the past, from leaping before looking. Well, where has that kind of bringing up things that, well, I jumped in before and it didn't work out. So why would this be any different? But interestingly, we have the Knight of Cups, which is saying it really is your heart, like listen to your heart here, because your heart is wanting you to move forward. It really is, following a sense of following the dream, trusting where you're being guided. But I do feel like if there's someone in your life that came in super fast, it felt good for a little while, and now suddenly you're not sure about it, it may be a sense for some of you when it comes to love and romance wanting to put that on hold for a little bit, or just a sense of like, I really need to be seeing something from a very, very different perspective. So it's working with a sense that somebody may have not been, or something may not have been as good as you thought they were going to be. There's a sense of disillusionment, disappointment that could come in with a person or a situation in your life. However, there is also this sense with the Knight of Cups and the Hanged Man that there's another path here that is opening for you, that's very guided from the universe with the Star card, that is guiding you down a new path that you can feel more hopeful, and it's a path of enlightenment and awakening. Something new inside of you is awoken. So if there has been something that has been disappointing that is holding, or somebody's let you down and it feels like it's holding you back stepping into this new, it really is this sense of really honoring what is awakening inside of you at this moment in time and allowing that to guide you, that feeling to guide you. So it's breaking through a whole heap of like old energies, old wounds that have been holding you back, but also energy around things that are not clear at this moment in time. It really is trusting that energy deep within you that is awakening. And so it's moments of enlightenment that come through that are going to really help you make the choices and decisions, and the clarity is up there in the world of spirit. There is actually, interestingly, for some of you, a relationship that's being blessed here. There's just a lot of confusion and lack of clarity that's around with this at this moment in time. So interestingly, there are blessings coming to you that can help you make a clear choice, the right choice. I feel like there's a lot of confusion around a particular relationship that's coming through, But there's also the clarity and the breakthrough through trusting this sense of, like I said, what's been awoken within you and what's truly guiding you at this moment in time. Is this bringing the relationship to a new place, a new level? Is this bringing this person with you, or are you getting very clear messages that you need to leave an old situation that's not feeling great, or an old energy or a relationship or part of a relationship behind? And so I'm getting actually a lot of Neptunian energy where things just are not clear, and you're sorting through a lot of that energy, but it's opportunity here to find this kind of trine of being guided with making a choice with an awoken energy that is guiding you to a vision for the future. So yeah, it's actually quite fascinating the way it's unfolding here, Gemini. So I'm getting this beautiful kind of ease and trine that can come through amidst all this energy that's chaotic and not clear. So yeah, fascinating. I think you'll get there in the end. There really is the opportunity here. Like we said, detach from drama, take charge of the situation, and health and healing is coming in within a situation. The Star card does bring peace and healing to a situation. So your affirmation card is, I love and approve of myself. I appreciate all that I do. I'm good enough just as I am. I speak up for myself. I ask for what I want. I claim my power. And I really feel like that's what this energy is, where we kind of land. This is the missing piece of the puzzle, because it feels like, yeah, the Star card's there, you've been guided, you're realizing there are choices to be made, or a significant choice to be made. And this is the missing piece that you kind of eventually get to that place, which is coming back into your power, to what's been awoken within. So yeah, it's an enlightening moment. So let's pull an affirmation, not an affirmation card, a charm for you here, Gemini, and see what else is coming in. And that's what I actually love. Again, this is what they're bringing me back to, is the Lover's card is the card of Gemini. This is coming back to you, to a really authentic part of yourself. So it's almost like they threw all this other energy in, and it's really like kind of disentangling what wasn't you and what really truly is you. And so that's why we've got the higher octave here, the higher octave of music, the treble clef, because it's saying, yes, if we go to the higher octave, like we said, go up to the star, go up to the sun, the fear and confusion here in the lower octaves is there. But up here in the higher realms, we've got the sun, we've got the star, we've got these moments of enlightenment. You'll see the clarity. So in those higher octaves, but it might feel like they're two very, very different energies. Whenever there's this kind of very mismatch between the higher octaves and what's going on, like kind of on more of a lower octave energy, it can feel like chalk and cheese, and it can feel like people are talking different languages. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not seeing that. I'm not feeling that at all. There's opportunity for misunderstandings, for not being on the same page. But this beautiful trine here that I'm seeing here, this grand trine that's coming in your reading, is saying it's possible to rise up above that and find the clarity. So in those higher octaves, the higher frequencies. And that's why they're saying detach from drama, go up there. You can see Pallas Athena. Yep, she's got that sword that can detach and cut ties, energetic ties, take charge of the situation. Look, the path is opening here, but it is requiring some faith. And then we've got the beautiful health and healing coming through, bringing healing to a situation. And the health, this is going to be so much healthier for you, plus also for the other person or the other energies within a situation here. So, yeah, I feel like there's this sense of, amidst the chaos, there can be an alignment and feeling so much more hopeful for the future. So, yeah, it really is. It's slow. It feels like it's slow moving energy, but once it kind of, this triangular frequency kind of comes into place, it's like, okay, now it makes sense. Now I understand what's going on, why things are happening. It suddenly makes more sense. So yeah, that's it. And that's where you get the clarity with the Ace of Swords. So yeah, wow, quite amazing energy. It just feels like this, quite the soul alignment that's coming in here. And through that soul aligned energy, you're really going to know what it is that you want and what your future direction is. So, yeah, especially with a relationship or a situation that's unclear. So that's it, Gemini. That's your reading. Love to hear what's going on for you. Please leave a comment. Also, please like, subscribe, and share if you think this will help somebody. If you're interested in any of my other services, the link for that is in the description box below. And take care.